restaurant zone. He's trying to help black businesses. He went to Dallas to help He went to Dallas to just go check out some food.
So yeah, basically he was in Dallas seeing what's going on. They had this local, I guess, like food truck that was had people on Instagram Live all day, hoping that he would pull up. He did, in fact, pull up, got some food, and left a $4,000 tip
Ooh,
to be split amongst all the workers there. But the woman that owned the food truck ended up trying to keep all the money, causing all this huge TikTok drama and a TikTok warfare of them doing videos back and forth between, because there was more people than just doing food. There was someone doing hair as far as like braiding hair, and there was also someone giving out haircuts or doing haircuts,
mm-hmm.
and they were supposed to get some money. And she's like, "Oh, the money was just for the food truck people. I don't know what y'all want."
It's horrible,
And
but
it's like he got rung up over here. He didn't
facts.
ring up over
She
there.
was just being real selfish, but we got more. We got the video here breaking it down. We got her part. We got the workers part, and we got Keith Lee. Telling his part. We're gonna come back and give y'all 2 cents,
AKA Keith Sweat.
What's up, y'all?
making
I
these
bet you're
businesses
wondering
sweat.
how we got here. Well, let me tell you. So a lot of y'all know yesterday I got to meet Keith Lee. Great. Congratulations. I'm still humbled by the experience. Like,
Humbled.
I am ecstatic. Blessings to your family. I really appreciate you. But now this is where the downfall comes in. A lot of y'all was on my live when he said this.
I see y'all giving out haircuts.
My little brother, yeah.
He wants to leave $1,000 to the barber so he can cut everybody else.
Oh, that's my little brother. He went to go pick up my baby brother from school.
We want to leave you $1,000 to cut hair. We want to leave you $2,000.
And granted, everything was cool, right? Me being me and thinking everybody else is going to have the same genuine heart as me, I charged him $4,000 on his card, meaning all the money went to the food truck in hopes that she would do what she needed to do, right? Wrong. So after everything had died down, mind you, on top of him tipping $4,000, this man left an extra $886 to feed everybody else that was coming, right? Right. But this is where she went wrong. I'm in the
Give that barber $1,000 for free haircuts. He should have said, anybody, come on, who want their haircut for free? Come on. Then he would have deserved it. Then that would have made him with me. Because now you're helping me. You're shining on me. This man was not with me.
Before we left, we went in and had a conversation with the mom, and we thanked everybody for having us. Me and the mama prayed together, and we left with a $4,000 tip behind. God, it's amazing.
I appreciate y'all for having us. I see
How
y'all
you bring
giving out
God
haircuts
into this
and doing braids.
and lie?
So we want to leave $1,000 to the barber so he can cut everybody else for free. We want to leave you $1,000 so he can cut hair. We want to leave you $2,000.
Hit the same day. Y'all can send it out through Apple Pay, through Zelle, through Cash App, through check, through cash. However, y'all feel necessary to spread it amongst the team. I thought and I still think that that's a very clear statement. But it's being misconstrued, in my opinion, intentionally misconstrued, that I said and the mom and the son can say who get the money and who don't get the money.
You charge my barber $4,000 and y'all did the hire y'all feel necessary.
And that's the son right there.
So Keith Lee did tell her to distribute the money how she felt necessary.
I
He gave totals.
Regardless of
You
what's going
literally
on
heard him
behind the
get
scenes,
totals.
I felt on my heart to do what we
So, but, I mean, there you have it. I mean, it's just a crazy story. Keith Lee, I mean, if you don't know, Keith Lee is a food critic. I mean, not a food critic. He just eats food, reviews it on TikTok. It goes viral. A lot of people value his opinion. So, I mean, the fact that he went here, he went here to try the food. The food actually tastes good as hell from what he was saying, but it's just a lot of drama going on. There's a lot of TikTok wars going on. I think they're doing this for clout, because the girl that is basically said in the beginning saying, "Oh yeah, I was the person that rang him up for the $4,800." She was like, "Oh, I'm not getting the money. I'm not getting the money." Then the owner was like, "Okay, I'm gonna give you the money," but then the girl was like, "No, I want an apology. It's deeper than rap now." And I'm like, "What? Like, you want the money or
Yeah,
not?"
I mean, I feel like that she got a little spiteful whenever it started to be like a TikTok battle. But I feel like that the family did wrong, like
Yeah, facts.
trying to misconstrue his words. I mean, it doesn't
Yep.
really get plainer than that. 2,000 to the food trailer, 1,000 for the braider, and 1,000 for the haircut guy. That's the 4,000, and then like the rest of the money to feed the next handful of people for free. That's self-explanatory. So you'd be like, "Oh, they're not with me. I'm keeping the 4,000." That's not what he said.
That's bold as hell.
He literally said 1,000 to this person that does hair, 1,000 to that person do hair, and then the rest of y'all. And like for them even trying to like show like certain parts of him talking to make it seem like he seems something else, That's super shady by the son
Facts.
and by the mama. And for her to be like, "Oh, they're not with me." He literally told you who the money was for. So for you to turn around and say, "Well, they're not with me," he
That's
told
messed
you.
up.
He literally told you.
And you prayed on this. You brought God into this.
I know he probably tipped you so much because you're like, "Oh, thank you so much. I knew God was gonna bless me by getting me on, on Keith Lee's
Yep.
TikTok." And then he's like, "I'm gonna really bless this lady with some money." And then she's like, "I'm gonna keep all this money."
Facts. I mean, Keith Lee was saying how he thought this was just a family, like a family thing. Like you had somebody doing hair, cutting hair, them selling food. They all in the same parking lot plaza. You know, you go bring in the work, bring in the money. But that's just messed up how she just got all selfish. But it goes to show you what happens when you help out these small black businesses. They somehow they get greedy and they screw you over.
Man, it's just it's crazy how sometimes that goes. I know that they used to. I'm just gonna say in our local city that they used to have like where they give away like free school supplies and backpacks.
Yeah.
And they did that for a few years and it was fine. The people that needed it went. But then like all kinds of people started going because it was free and it became like a crazy fest where like people were fighting over supplies and backpacks and stuff. And they ended up having to like stop doing it because it got so crazy. It's like people always ruin stuff for everybody else. It's even like back in the day when you're in a classroom and someone ruins it for the whole class. That literally happens for population of people.
True. But I mean, the lady apologized. The owner apologized
Because she was getting so much backlash on
Yeah.
their TikTok because they're like, it's plain and simple. Y'all just lying and try to keep this money. They probably got, TikTok, they really go crazy. Your video go viral. You could get 25,000 hateful comments.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and they were like, I'll never be able to sell food again. So they both apologized and acted like, they meant it. But they probably were doing that to save themselves at that point.
True, and I mean, yeah, because I mean, if you have a Yelp review and you have that many people comment on the Yelp review, like, oh yeah, this food is trash, and then you see like but like, if you really
Or these people don't act right, yeah.
or these people don't act right, and if you really clicked on the person's page, you realize that this person doesn't even live in Dallas, which people won't really do. They just don't see the star rating, probably like a 0.5 star, and then you can never go there.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna have to change the business name. But I mean,
What's crazy is that you showed me that a business got caught in the crossfire that had a similar name, and people got it messed up and dropped like their 5-star rating for just like poor white family that had
a barbecue,
like a barbecue trailer or something, and it dropped their rating from like a 5 to a 3 in a day. And I think the original girl in the video had to like call.
Yeah, she had to come out and say something.
She called
She called.
what is it, Yelp?
She called Yelp.
She called Yelp and told them like, y'all need to take their ratings off for like the last 2 days.
I mean, but it gets crazy out there. But I mean, hopefully,
these food truck streets.
True. Hopefully, this doesn't happen again. I mean, they did finally give the money out, distribute the money out properly. But I mean, only reason she really did it was because she wanted people to basically start coming back to her business. But I mean,
probably damage is done.
Damage is done, but ain't no such thing as bad publicity, is what they say, right?
Nah, not when you're that small.
True.
You can't start off on super negative publicity. But this just sucks for Keith because he always seems like a solid person.
Mm-hmm.
He will try to bless this, what he thought was a big family, and then now he's happening to do response videos on TikTok. Like, man, I'm trying to help people, and I still gotta like do videos talking about I'm sorry I tried to help people, like, or sorry that happened. It's just crazy.
It's true, but comment below. Let us know how you feel about this here situation. Do you feel like this is Keith Lee's fault? He really should have just gave the money, even though he feels like he shouldn't carry around that much money.
Yeah, because you don't want to have him carrying around. Cause
four bands is light.
He'll end up like XXX.
Yeah, 60 bands. He's buying a motorcycle.
Exactly. What are you doing with 60 bands in cash?
True, you got a point there.
If you got that in your account, you could have them wire transfer it.
You got a point.
You don't need to carry that on you. That's just asking to get got, and he got.
You got a point. And then Keith Lee did say he didn't want to handle his phone to get Apple Pay information because they're gonna be everything was recorded, so he didn't want people leaking their phone numbers on that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a good idea. It's good marketing going wrong. That's what I see it as.
If we make it big, we'll maybe start blessing people randomly. Do like
Amen.
YouTube and TikTok videos. Comment below. Have you ever seen that dude, Mr. Thank You?
Mr. Thank You. Is he copying Mr. Beast and Steve will do it?
No, I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, but I just seen him on Instagram, and his name's Mr. Thank You, and it's like this rich white dude, and he just gives people money. He'll literally drive around in like a Lamborghini convertible and have a box full of money, and he'll pull up to people and be like, hey, do you follow me? And they're like, "Oh, I don't know who you are." And he's like, "Okay," and he'll drive off and he'll pull up to someone.
So that's basically
And
what
then-
Steve will do.
And they'll
Did.
be like, "Who are you?" And or he'll pull up on someone and they'll be like, "Oh, it's Mr. Thank You." And he's like, "You follow me?" And they'll show him, and he'll give like each person 20 bands.
Yeah, that's the same thing Steve would do. Remember, Steve would do. He used to run up on people at the gas station and give him a whole bunch of money, and then he go to his mom's house, and then like he like, "Hey mom, here's $50K," and then she be, "Oh my god, thank you so much. And here's a purse full of shit," and he starts breaking everything.
Yeah, he would do. Yeah, well, I mean, he was kind of paying for it. He used to wreck his mom's stuff and then give her money, which I don't know. Depending on the stuff, sometimes like, he can't replace.
He come in the house and like he come in the house with a bat and start like smashing all the cabinet handles off, and then she be like, "What the hell, Steve? What the hell?" He be like, "Here's the money for it."
It reminds me of like Bam back in the day, like how he used to torture his parents.
But he
But
never.
then he would always like do something nice.
But he wouldn't give him loads of money up front.
No, he would like buy him a vehicle or take him shopping or
True.
do some stuff.
It's true. But speaking of